time is 2:17. It's Thursday, March 28th, 2019. And this recording is gonna focus on it's still focused on the same time, between, like I said, this is a review of my life up to like the time of the recordings. And this time it's still around the time. It's the time between 2004, 2005, all the way to 2019. 2019. There's certain days that are more important because you'll keep hearing those dates, or years. And so yeah, like I went to school. I went to school in Rio Hondo. Like I went to school right after high school. I went to community college because I wanted to keep doing the architecture stuff. And at that time, I'm not gonna talk too much about that because that time is pre everything that has to do with my personal life, my family, me and my son, right? And so yeah, like that. I went to Rio Hondo first, like got complicated, and I had to let go of that because I had to get a job to try to start my life because, like I said, my own family have their own plans for me, and unfortunately for them, and I guess those plans do not go with what I want to do, and so that's the thing about that. And see, so then I had to kind of go out on my own, and so then I started going to school. I went to Rio Hondo, and then, like I said, life got complicated because, like I said, anytime that if you're a kid listening to this, that you follow me from Warhawk, like I said, I don't befriend anybody from Warhawk on Facebook, right? I do not reject friend requests from Warhawk players either, but to my knowledge, nobody from Warhawk has ever requested a friend request from me besides Lambori, and that was just because because the whole dominance to 122. Dominance to 122. Because of that situation, things changed to, conversation started with that person. But like I said, I honestly think that person is not, like I said, I'm pretty sure that the Borg people need to be investigated, right? That's what I'm saying. The Borg clan, there's something there, and there's something illegal there, and I'm letting you guys know, there's illegal activity in that community. That community does illegal activity, and something that I told Bertha that she thinks is too crazy. That I think that what they do is that they go online and they look for people like her. I'm gonna say naive, but she's not naive. She thinks that she has the upper hand over the game, right? And that's the situation, right? But what I think that they do is that they go around, the game. Now I'm gonna say Warhawk because I'm pretty sure that at least half of those people there, they're developers, and if they're not developers, then they're the kids of the developers, all right? And that's why that game has been going on for so long. And I'm pretty sure, like, I know this is gonna sound crazy because games end, games do end. They put an end to them. They shouldn't, but they do, for whatever reasons they say they do, all right? But I'm pretty sure that that game ending at this time has to do a lot with the situation that I'm talking about, that they got scared, and everybody in the Borg clan, the Borg people, see, their mistake is that they've been keeping together. They've been staying together, socially, and through the networks. So no matter what they have over the years, they have been creating a trail. That's what happens. Anybody that's a hacker or a modder, like I'm talking about real hackers, not children playing with modded. You're playing with the modded system. You're not really hacking into anything. Someone's providing you a system that has all the information to get into it. So you're not really that you're paying for it. See, you're being fooled into thinking that you're getting benefit, but you're not. You're just paying. You're paying for extra access, and that's what they're doing. They're doing it illegally because they haven't incorporated that into the market. So pretty much what they do. I'm gonna try to remember. Pretty much what they do is like if you have a developer that works, if you have a developer that works in a company with low morals or self-indulgence needs, then he or she doesn't get better at all in a place to live. Everything applies to women as well. Alright? So if you have developers, and they want to show off too, people that like having important jobs and stuff, it's because they need the recognition. They need to feel superior than everybody else, and that's why they do it. Now they wouldn't do it as much, right? So pretty much what they do is like the developers, they allow their friends, or their family, like their kids or their wife or their brothers or sisters or whatever, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put the origins of this, all right? So they give the codes to their kids and to their family. See, and they tell them not to give them out to nobody else. That's only for them, right? I'm telling you, to anybody hearing this recording, the board plan is gonna make you think that there's more people, and there might be more people, but there isn't, right? There's only like 20 people. There's only like 20 people in Warhawk. There's 20 people that have been playing the game constantly in Warhawk, and anybody that works for Sony, like legally, like real, I'm talking about real workers. Anybody that works for Sony, I'm gonna show you how you can find these 20 people, all right? All you gotta do is you gotta go into the system, to your logs, and all you gotta do is start tracking everybody's name from the beginning of the game. And I know you're gonna think it sounds crazy, but you guys have that's why you guys have data sheets, all right? So start logging in the information, or start reviewing the information of your oldest accounts. Okay, see, look into what accounts. Look into all the old accounts from 2018. All right. I'm gonna help you backtrack. All right. So from 2018, look up every account. All right. Look up every account. Look up every account that stopped playing, and look up every account that started playing. All right. I'm gonna show you how to follow this. All right. So from 2008, look up every player that stopped playing. Count how many players stopped playing, and then count how many new players started playing. Right. And then you're gonna go back to 2017. And you're gonna do the same thing. Right. You're gonna count every player that stopped playing, and you're gonna count every player that started playing. And then you're gonna go to 2016, and you're gonna look up every player that stopped playing and every player that started playing. You're gonna go up to 2015, and you're gonna do this for every year. All right. From 2007 to 2019, you're gonna see the trend. All right. So from 2007, see, the reason why I'm telling you to start from 2018 is because there's less people playing that system. So it's gonna be easier for you to. It's gonna be easier if you go backwards. All right. So if you start from the end and start tracking all the players that restart an account. See, if you start tracking all the players, you're gonna find me there too, and you could use me as a reference. All right. You could use me as a reference. Right. And that's what I'm trying to hint. Right. I'm gonna be the control. I'm gonna be the control in this experiment. Right. For every experiment, you need a control subject. All right. So I'm gonna be the control part of that, because I'm offering you the information that you need, and if you need more, then you could reach out to me and you could look into me. But I'm only gonna deal with company. All right. So I'm telling you, I'm not gonna deal with personal, private, individuals that contact me. For this situation, I'm only gonna deal with public company in the public scene. All right. And you guys are gonna have to, if you guys are interested in the situation, because it is a big deal, then you guys are gonna have to accommodate, my requests of the interview or how everything goes. And everybody might think that this is crazy, and it's not. All right. So you're gonna backtrack the way that I'm telling you. All right. You're gonna backtrack from 2018. At the beginning of every year, you're gonna look up. See, this is just a quick, this is the quick one. All right, this is just the first step, because it doesn't work like that, but it's the first step. So you're gonna go backwards. You're gonna track every new account and every account that's disappeared, or every new account that started and every account that disappeared. All right, from 2007 to 2015 to 2018, because those are the important dates. But you guys can go up to 2019, but for all the information that I'm talking about, the important dates, it goes up to 2018, right? And it's easy for you guys to do it. You guys being PlayStation, you guys should be able to pinpoint every PlayStation that, even if it's modded, you guys have a way of tracking it, and you guys know it, right? So you guys are gonna do that, and you guys are gonna collect all the names of the people. You guys are gonna create a graph, and you're gonna make a graph, and it's gonna be like, you're gonna make columns, right? Columns for each year, starting from 2007 all the way to 2008. All right. But the thing that when you fill out the information, you're gonna go backwards. So you're gonna put 2018. So it's gonna work its way down to 2007. All right. So in column 2018, you're gonna put all the accounts that disappeared, right? And then you're gonna put all the accounts that appeared. So in column 2017, you're gonna put all the accounts that disappeared, and you're gonna put all the accounts that appeared, right? And in 2016, you're gonna do the same thing in the column. You're gonna put all the accounts that disappeared, and you're gonna put all the accounts that appeared. In 2015, the same thing, and the same thing for every year. All right. See, once you get more than 20 people, then you could stop, or you could continue. All right. You could stop, or you can continue. I suggest that you continue, but I think that once you get to an average number, a number that's not like, if you do this chart and you find 20 people if you find 20 accounts that disappear and 20 accounts that reappear, it's going to confirm this information that I'm giving out to you. Because the thing that they do that I caught on to very fast is that there's 20 people playing the game. All right, there's 20 original people that are still playing that game, that play that game, and those are the people that are going to be playing it on VPN, most of them, because like I said, every once in a while they regroup and they get more people and they take them into private servers like that, and then eventually they might bring the game back, right? And because that's the thing that I'm trying to say. They did this back in 2008, back in 2010. The game had a false end. They had a false end. So that's the way that I'm showing you guys how to track the information that I'm telling you. And you're gonna find that there's at least 20 players that have been doing this concept for a long time. What they do is that those 20 players, they group up. They group up as Borg, as one of the main accounts. They only play on weekends and Tuesdays. Okay. But then what they do is that the other players that want to play more time, then they go and they regroup. All right, they regroup as another clan. So then those players regroup as another clan. And the clans that I'm gonna show you right now, that I'm gonna talk about, so you can find out. All right, one of the clans is called R star. Register R, the symbol for register, R and a star. Right, but I call it R star. Even though it's called something different, but you can find it on YouTube on other people's videos. Unless they decide to erase all the YouTube videos that have to do with Warhawk. Besides, they have their channels to avoid any evidence of any of this content being out there. But the main accounts that you need, the main clans that you need to follow are R star, which is register R and the star, NVS, NV, and NVUS. There's different versions of the same account on Warhawk, right? And I'm telling you, towards the end of 2000, from 2016 to the end of the game, if anything, there was like 100 legitimate players playing still, right? And other than that, it was the original 20 that has still been playing, all right? And those original 20 have been playing the game, Those original 20 people are the reason why people left from that game. And the thing that I think is that there's theories out there that sometimes game companies they want to discourage games from being played because they want to end them already. So what I think is that in 2010 they did that, and you know all the people that started doing that, that were hired to discourage you know to do that, pretty much they liked the game, so they continued the game even though they were actually supposed to terminate it, which is the false. This is why I'm saying the false end. They decided to kind of like to revive it. All right, but in order for that to happen, somebody has to be part of the company. So that's why I'm saying that this clan is connected to through some type of development in Sony or Santa Monica Studio. It's connected to Santa Monica Studios. I'm telling you, that clan. See, anybody that knows a developer knows that the developer is always going to be playing his game, right? And he's always going to be in there, Any chance that he gets, he's going to be in there because it's a game that it's a game that they created because they like, it's a game that they created kind of like their fantasy world, and they're going to be playing it. And I would tell Bertha and I would tell my son that, and and they understand it. So like I said, all this was an attempt to stop me from pretty much from achieving anything, right? Everything that they did was an attempt to stop me from achieving anything. And I'm saying that I'm not the only one that they did this to. I'm saying that there's been other people in the past that they have done it to, and the seriousness of how serious this gets, I can't say, but like I said, if the Michael Green stuff is anything, it might be if it's for real, they might have taken it as far as to actually do something like that. So that's what I'm saying, that's why I'm doing these recordings, because if it's something like that, then that's illegal stuff, and that's serious stuff. And this is why I'm bringing this attention, because like I said, your kids play with these people, and if Sony and all those companies are aware that these people are doing this stuff, it's kind of like they're letting them do illegal activity on your family, on your families, on everybody, even you yourself. If you don't have a family, they're letting you do like kind of like they're making you into a false reality. And I'm not talking about the game, but I mean, like I said, they have insider information. So the player thinking that they know them or they have a special bond with them is gonna get them to think that they have, a common ground. And like I said, that's a disadvantage of the situation. That's why I'm bringing it to light. How they say, I'm bringing attention to this because of myself, because it's a personal situation that I went through. But I seen it earlier on. It's just, if Berta wants to go and fuck around, there's nothing I can do about that. That's her life. Even though we were married and technically we were having our own thing, when somebody wants to do something, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop them, and you can't anything. So you got kind of like step out of the way, and that's pretty much what happened. She took the situation to somewhere that it wasn't supposed to be, and that's why I'm making an issue about this, because I think it's important that other people are aware of this, because if it happened to me, it can happen to you. That's all I'm trying to say. If it happened to me, it can happen to you. And I'm pretty sure if like government gets involved and you guys start tracking this, I'm pretty sure that they didn't only just do it to me. They did it to other people. Just level in the seriousness of what it is depends. And that's why I'm trying to like bring this to light, because one of my earlier conclusions was after I started playing with them, and I played with them for a while. One of my conclusions was that they're a cult. They're a cult, and pretty much they fish people. They fish women. I'm gonna say women because most of all this has to do with women, but males too. Males get sucked into that too. So what they do is that they fish. They fish for young girls. They fish for young girls online, and they start prepping them. They start prepping them for pretty much they start prepping them so they can take them into prostitution. And that's what I think that they do. I think that's what that clan does. I think the board clan, that's what they're involved. I think they're involved in certain stuff that's illegal like that. And see, by the time that those kids turn 18, that's when they make the the contact, but they can make contact before that because there's nothing illegal between a grown-up talking to a child, right? Even if the intentions are there, there's nothing illegal about that, but they're kind of like, that's kind of like a murky area, right? And that's the thing that I'm trying to point out, that's the thing that I'm trying to point out, see, under a control situation, there is nothing illegal, under certain situations, there is nothing illegal, but like I said, once it reaches these kind of things, once a situation escalates to this level, then it's not just a coincidence, alright? And it's not just a coincidence. That's what I'm trying to say. That once the situation gets like, serious, I think it is something serious because, people don't invest their time like that for certain reasons, and that's just all I'm saying, like. Maybe I'm wrong, but I honestly don't think that I am, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure there's a high chance that that I'm not wrong. Because once all that situation happened, like I said, they blocked me from the servers, and they think that I'm not aware, but the Bori person befriending me on Facebook and all that, it was just an attempt for them to keep me, to keep track of me, kind of like to keep track of me into thinking that I have a friend within that, and that's just not the case, and I know it, and that's what I'm trying to say about that. I think that the situation involves a lot of like that. See, I know that's crazy. Well, that's the end of the conversation for that for right now, and the next audio is gonna be about the companies that I was talking about earlier